Hello everyone, Melanie Willard here, and this is my dear friend Mr. Herbert Scherer. We're here today with the official reveal of his book. Back in 2005, you published your first original version of your book, which is all about your time in the Second World War as a German soldier in the Eastern Front and as a POW in Siberia. We have the new copy here. Should we show them the new version, the facelift version? So it's the Black Horizon. I thought I would ask you to explain the cover and the title and why we chose that.
Well, the title comes from a battle which took place on the 15th of December 1943. I was never in such a big battle. I didn't know that it existed in the world on numbers, you know, and things which happened. And it was in the morning, it was a nice day, sunny, and we played card down in the trenches. The friend with whom I played card, he went up every 10 minutes and looked over to the Russians. And finally he said at 12:30, he said, "Oh, the Russians are coming." And I looked, I saw nothing. I looked at 400, 200 yards. But he said, "No, not 200, look on the horizon." And that horizon, a far hill 2 miles away, turned black. And I thought, well, we have plenty time to shoot if a long line is coming at us. But then the line went over the hill and it was still black on the hill. So there were a lot of people coming, I mean 10,000s of people coming. And that was the time when everybody really panicked and the officers ran away and the sergeants and the corporals and the young soldiers stand there. How many? 2.
So like you were saying, your corporals, the ones that all taught you not to run away, are the ones running away.
Yeah. And now they were the first ones to run away.
Right.
Then they came nearer and nearer, and when they were 400 yards away, we started shooting. And that machine gun that friend was on shot every second 12 shots. So it was the only weapon we could make us survive, because we didn't have anything else. We had no air force, they had no Sprit to fly, and we had a tank in the back. We had no gasoline to run. So it was infantry in infantry. And when they came nearer and nearer, we could see until they were 20 yards standing just behind the wire defense. We could see there were blonde guys, 16 years old, and they were the oldest guy were 65, and they had grey hair. It was horrible to see them that near, you know. And there were no professional soldiers or anything. The first line had all Kalashnikovs, that means 72 shots in a round thing, magazine. Just before they came to do our wire defense, they all shrieked, "Hooray!" And all these many people, that was kind of hitting us, you know. The screaming of all these people, hooray. It was a bloody battle after that. They
had an airplane that came by and you had
they had an airplane. They wanted to bomb most likely the wire defense so that the flood of people could go through and run right 2 kilometers further and cut the east-west train line, and then the war would be over. That's why they came with so many people. It was a very important battle.
And so they shot the first airplane, and then the second guy coming behind him, the first bomber.
He turned around and went home. And the first guy, a Martin bomber, he was made from plywood. And it burned like crazy and fell down into the middle of the mass of the people. And all the bombs exploded there, you know. and nobody cares about the lives of people in a war like this.
And you were saying Stalin didn't care that his own men would die there because they were dissidents.
Yeah,
so whether you died or they died, he couldn't care less.
Yeah. He drove the dissidents, and they told them to be arm on arm on arm. Now, if you shot with a machine gun, every shot was hitting somebody.
Yes.
And it was just the opposite of what they should do. They spread out and fall down and go up and fall down. And they didn't do that, and so they lost a lot of people.
You were saying that the officers in the back would shoot their own that were wounded.
Police officers, these were guys, they had the job to keep these guys moving through our lines. No stoppage, nothing could stop. If you went dead, you fell down dead, it was okay. If you fell on your knees and you could still kneel there, this man would shoot you, you know, the police commissar, he would shoot you. You had to go forward as long as you can crawl. I was 19 years old. It was something horrible, you know, for me to see.
And you said that your officers decided to shoot the police commissar because then they knew that the regular soldiers would run away.
No, our officers they knew it, but they were not there to tell us.
Oh.
We knew.
Okay,
the little infantry guys in the first line, they knew. Behind that masses of people, 100 meters back, this is a police commissar. He keeps this mass moving toward us. Absolute every second forward moving. So we shot the police commissar, and the masses of people, they look back if he's still alive. If he was not still alive, they run away.
Right.
They wanted to save their lives. And well, I never saw something like that battle in a film or read about it in a book, or could never imagine the mass of people who had to die there for, you know, for whom.
Yeah, exactly. For what, for whom, and like you were saying earlier, there was no sense of celebration. It's just there's dead bodies everywhere. You know, as much as it is us against them, at the end of the day, you were saying, why are they coming toward me? If these were different circumstances, we might be friends.
Yeah, that was my first thought when I saw them coming over that hill. It's impossible. Why do they come and
we don't even know each other.
Well, there were, in the First World War, there were times when the English and the Germans came out on Christmas and hugged each other and said, Merry Christmas, you know, and went back to the trenches, and next morning they were shooting again.
You even told the guy you were with, he was ready to shoot them in the back when they started retreating.
Yeah.
And you said no, because...
No, they are running away, and they were hoping to survive, and let them have another soup and another piece of bread and another night of sleep. And the next day they would push against the Germans' lines again, and it happened. When I came back, from my wound 3-4 months later, and they told me the next day was just the same attack. A lot of people dead. On the German side too. We had not many to lose. We had only 100 in the stretch, and it was a black swarm of people coming down.
You said it was like 1 per 200.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
After conservative calculating, it would have ended the war. If they would cut the train line, that would be the end of the war. No ammunition, no people could come in or out. That was a very important battle.
Yeah.
And it was near Gomel, West Russia. And terrible what people have to go through on both sides, you know. Terrible was it.
that's the story behind the cover and the title of his revised book. And the reason I'm helping him, I'm pushing this book, is because it's such a sobering, inspiring read. It's very much just told it like it was. And I appreciated that. And I just think in this time with COVID and everything, I think we can all use a little bit of a wake-up call to what really matters and how good we still have it. And so that's why I'm pushing for this story to get out. We have similar stories. I also wrote my book. And I think what brings us together is just the fact that we have both overcome some pretty incredible odds. We have very different stories, but they're very parallel at the same time. If you go to my website, melaniewooler.com, the book is available there. It's available on Amazon worldwide. But if you order it from my website, you'll get a signed copy, and we have some bookmarks that Mr. Scherer actually signed himself as well that we'll include in the book. So it's to your advantage to get it from us as well. We'd be happy to send you a copy.
And people will love the book.
Yes.
People will love the old and young.
Yes. Yeah.
I had young people buying the book. Their parents bought the book for them. They read it 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, young people. He was 9 when his mother bought the book, and then he read it when he was 12 and 13,
Right.
14. Now he's married, has a big farm,
Yes.
and he hasn't got time anymore.
There you go. So thank you for watching. Bye for now.
Yeah, bye bye for now.